Let's talk about motivation. As teachers, many of us dream of classrooms full of students who learn simply because they are curious. But academic life is usually more complicated than that. Students are motivated by many different things. Some want to understand the subject. Others think about grades, scholarships, future careers, or simply passing the course. Instead of seeing this external motivation as a problem, we can learn how to use them to support learning. One theory that helps us understand this is self-determination theory. It reminds us that not all external motivation is the same. For example, a student may study because they are afraid of failing or looking unprepared in front of others. This is called introjected motivation. Another student may work just as hard because they see the course as an important step towards their own goals. For example, obtaining a scholarship or preparing for their future profession. This is known as identified motivation. The behavior may look similar, but the reasons behind it are very different. Another useful perspective comes from achievement goal theory. Some students are mainly interested in mastering a subject. They want to understand it deeply and become more competent. Others focus on performance. Some want excellent grades or recognition, while others simply try to avoid failure. As teachers, we usually have all of these students sitting in the same classroom. Now, let's think about grades and deadlines. Many teachers ask whether we really need them. Interestingly, psychology suggests that we do. The Yerkes-Dodson law shows that a moderate level of pressure helps us perform at our best. Without deadlines, many students postpone learning. With too much pressure, however, stress takes over and learning becomes much less effective. Our rule is to find the right balance. It is also worth remembering that motivation changes throughout the semester. At the beginning, curiosity, purpose, and relationships often play the biggest role. Later, grades, points, and comparisons with other students become increasingly important. Towards the end of the semester, deadlines dominate. Many students move from learning mode into survival mode. Understanding this helps us design courses much more realistically. So, what can we do? One useful strategy is the principle of small steps. Instead of one large assignment at the end of the semester, divide it into smaller milestones. This keeps students engaged and reduces unnecessary stress. Another strategy is to treat grades as feedback rather than a final judgment. When students have opportunities to improve, they are more likely to focus on learning instead of simply avoiding mistakes. Finally, help students understand why a task matters. Show them how today's learning connects with their own goals and future careers. This is one of the most effective ways of strengthening identified motivation. The key message is simple. We don't have to fight the grading system. Instead, we can use it wisely to support learning, build confidence, and gradually help students become more self-directed learners.